Hey, this is WhyBeAre with BeamNG.drive, and today we're going to be taking a look at a map called Off-Road Grid Map, which has almost no relationship to the grid map we all know and love. Now, there's only one location to start at, so we'll just start there. So first off, what relationship does this have to grid map? Well, if we go down here to the area of the map you'll actually never drive on, you'll notice that the border is grid map. But the area you're actually going to be driving on is completely new, and there's so many roads here. There is no way I could drive on all of them in one video, so instead we're just going to be driving on some of them basically at random. Behind us, we just have a dead end, so we're going to go ahead and go forward using the stock pickup truck. Now what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to use this for a little bit, and I'm going to swap it out for something else when it crashes. Now I'm going to go as fast as I can with no braking and no letting up on the throttle allowed. So how do you go around corners? Well, you have to scrub off speed by sliding about a little bit, and hope the trees will also slow you down in non-violent ways like I did right there, although I think if I slid a little bit more, I wouldn't have even hit the tree. Now, the goal here is just to hopefully crash the truck in a fun way, and I say that's a pretty good start to that goal. And I'm doing the same thing I said before, though. Not letting up still because the truck will still drive. We'll keep driving it and keep flipping it and wrecking it up. We got some radiator damage there, and ooh, that really bent up the truck, I think. Let me just pause for a second to take a look at that. Yeah, you can see the bottom of the truck. It's bent. Still driving, though. That's all that matters. Ooh, well. I say it's still driving. I don't know how well it's going to drive right here. I got to let up on the throttle just to roll it. I think I got control of this. Back to the old plan. Fast as we can go before I change it to something that's probably going to be 10 times worse. I want to use a car that's going to be probably really stupid for the situation. And sheesh. This tree is shredding me. Like everything is just blowing up and I can't tell what's going on. We are blending in with that tree super hard. Well, not really blending, it's just covering me up. Trying to look at it, I can't see. Well, since I can't see anything, we'll just pull it out of there. Back onto the road, and the car we're going to swap it for. We are climbing hills, so logically, we could use a car called the Hill Climb, right? No, not at all, because this is made for paved roads, but I'm going to try it anyways. I think the key here is just go really slow when you see the bumps, and as long as you do that, you should be fine. Because this car has all-wheel drive and a ton of power, so I think it can climb a hill just as good as any D-Series, as long as it's just a hill. Like, if you have rocks and stuff on it, well, the D-Series is going to be better. But if it's just a steep hill, it should be fine. And as far as I can tell, this map doesn't have any rocks on the road. And so far, it's doing great. I do notice it's a little slippery, so I have to be real careful about that. And whoa. Oh, that's funny. When you're on the mud, you try to floor it and you barely move like that. But when you're in the sand and you floor it, you move. Because I noticed right as I drove through the sand, just sudden traction. Like right here going through the sand. You accelerate and your car moves. And then if we do the same for the mud, if I can find a good spot, like right here, you accelerate and you slide. And that was not the best place to do that. No, goodness, back up. There you could actually see the mud making me slide. Alright, so now I've gotten myself in a really dumb situation, so I'll just get out of that area. Different area. Like right there, that's pretty steep. And it didn't have any issues with the ground clearance on the transition from the flat road to the steep one. So that means the roads are pretty smooth here, which is definitely a positive. It means you could use stupid cars like this one on them if you want to. Although staying on the road is definitely more difficult when the road is kind of slick. Like right here, if you go off the road a little bit, and you'll just slide like that. Oh god, don't crash on me! No, we're done. We're done. Oh my goodness. How am I keeping this thing alive? Okay, where'd the road go? I have no idea where the road went. Alright, let's try some real off-roading with this car, because I have lost the road. We've lost my rear bumper as well now. Still on the hunt for a road. That is a steep hill. I don't know what you would have to use to climb that. I mean, maybe this thing could. I don't know. Oh, there goes another part of my car. Alright. Let's see. Oh my god. That is stupid steep. There's no way. I don't think any car could go up that. You have to go down that one only. We'll try it. So here we go. No way. No way. SBR4, come on. Oh, it's so close. I don't think a D-Series could have done better, though. I really don't think a D-Series could have done better. I think if we just come at it with a fresh SBR form from a slightly different angle, it could work. But before we do that, let me try it with a D-Series. We're going to go with a D15 extended cab off-road, just because that's kind of my go-to off-road vehicle. And I think it'd be a pretty good comparison vehicle to the SBR4. So we're going to go ahead and spin it around right here to make sure we get some room to get up to speed. Do I have to shove the SBR4 out of the way, actually, to get the best angle? Maybe. Out of my way! And then I'll also refresh my D-Series because I damaged it so bad, but it was worth it because I got the SBR4 out the way. This is probably a decent enough angle to have some momentum going into the hill. We're using automatic, manual transmission, but I'm not the one shifting, and wow. This is doing way worse than the SBR4. And I feel like I gave it just as much effort. So that just proves what I was saying earlier about the SBR4 being able to climb up hills is true. It is good at climbing hills. Hence the name, the hill climb vehicle. Or the hill climb model. Which hill is that? That is the wrong hill. We'll go ahead and do a quick 180 and see if we can climb it on attempt number 2. And to give it the best chance possible, we'll reset it real quickly. And, oh, there goes the parts of my car. And oh my goodness, how loud is this fire? That was ridiculous. Let's see, can we get to the top this time? Yes, we can. Now let's go back down just for fun, because that looks like it'd be a fun thing to go down as well as up. Yeah, I would say that's fun. Flinging your car down the hill. Now, I don't think it'll actually be able to drive up the hill in its current state, so let's reset it. And then also reset the truck, because it is annoyingly loud. I don't know why the fire is so loud in this game sometimes like that. So anyways, let's just teleport the car up here. No. Okay, so we start accelerating the second we touch the ground, so that doesn't happen again. Now this is probably where the D-Series would be a lot better because it would have better traction in the mud. But you know what? I believe in this car. It's done so well so far. I'm gonna just keep using it anyways. Okay, this looks a little bit difficult. Oh, come on. No, we're not gonna make that. Okay. Let's go this way instead, because apparently the game wants me to go this way. What is actually over here? It looks like we got a jump, and we could fly into that water maybe? How far is that water actually? Oh, that's way farther than it looked. Like, oh, hey, there's water right there. See, that's about how far I thought that water was until I realized, no, it's really far away. Well, actually, I guess it's also the cliff is a much more immediate. So let's see, if we want to try to land in that water, we go just like that. Come on. Diving like an amateur because we smashed right into the side of that water. Alright, you know what? Let's go ahead, bring this car back up to the spot where we kind of are getting stuck at. Come on, get out of there. There we go. And then let's try to use a vehicle that's a little bit more well-suited for here. I do say a little bit, though. We're going to go with a rally version of the Ibishu Pessima, which has a little bit more ground clearance, and I think it'll do a little bit better through the mud. Both of which should be pretty helpful. The one thing that's going to suffer, though, is its ability to climb up steep hills because we don't have nearly as much power as the SBR4 had. Like, I see a hill in front of us already. We got to go pretty fast into it to make sure we make it, and that was pretty easy there. And I see, oh my goodness, is that really a hill that I'm seeing in front of me? Is that a steep, what? Yeah, okay, that is nearly vertical. I don't think this car is going to be able to do that. So let's see. Is this an alternative path right here? Yes, it is. Or, well, maybe it's not supposed to be, but it works as one. So now we're going to go ahead and try to get the car back up the hill a little bit so we can get some momentum going into this. And then forward. And we should be able to make it up that hill, I think. Oh, transmission, what are you doing? Oh, transmission, please. What was that? The car just about bogged itself down all on its own. Maybe I should go to manual mode for a bit just to keep it in first gear, which is a little bit easier to drive. I mean, I don't need it to shift because I don't need to go faster than 30 miles per hour here. You stick it in first gear and I'm happy. Is this like a thing where you could jump off at the end? I hope there's nothing cool to jump into right here and you're actually supposed to slow down. Like, let's see down there. Nope, nothing cool. We're good. What I'm trying to get at here by driving such wacky cars is you could use anything here. Like, I mean, well, not anything, but you have a lot of options as to what car you use through this. And the better your driver you are, the more stupid your car choice can be. You don't have to use like a D-Series. We have tons of ground clearance and a car super made for off-roading because you don't have really rough transitions in the road. You don't have rocks in the road you're trying to climb over. It's just some steep hills that do require some traction to get up, but I mean, you're seeing even the rally version of the Pessima is able to do it. If you try to use something like an Ibishu Covet, that might struggle a bit, and there are some hills that are a little bit steeper that will cause some issues like that. Hey, we can just keep falling down the hill and well, we'll stop right there. I have another idea though. What if we just teleport to the highest hill we see and then drop the car from it? So, oh, this is gonna be fun. Highest hill is all the way over here. I'm trying to see where the road dead ends. Does it have like a beautiful jump at the end? I mean, yeah, it's a really big jump, but it's gonna be like one impact only, which isn't exactly what I like. I like the ones where it's a lot of tiny impacts over time that beat up the car. We'll try out the jump. Oh yeah, I'm in manual mode. I don't have as much traction in the mud as I was expecting from the rally version of the car. I was hoping to have a little bit more than the hill climb does, but I don't think it does. Alright, so here we go. 50 miles per hour off of the end of the road. And now we just take a 30-second break as we fall to the ground. This is going to be leap of death amounts of damage probably, because this is a long fall. Yeah, that car's flat. Car is really flat. I like how the engine perfectly kept its shape. Like you can clearly tell, oh, look, there's the engine. Everything else, well, I don't know what that was really. Maybe that was the rear, maybe that was the front, I don't know. But there's the engine. That's nice and easy. Steering wheel too. That doesn't deform. It's nice and easy to see. So let's go and bring this car back up here and do more of the collisions I like. Maybe we could get one by just letting the car roll backwards. Seems promising. Yeah, this is more of what I like, where the car kind of just bounces off of things and gets damaged gradually over time. Not the car's flying through the air for 10 minutes and then it goes flat. I mean, it is getting pretty flat, but you can watch as the deformation happens, which to me is a lot more fun. Although I wish it wasn't quite as deformed as it got right there. That was another pretty violent one. Alright, so let's see if we can pull this thing out of here or not. It's good. We got enough traction to do that. I'm going to try to go to a flat area, and apparently you can't drive through that bush. Feels like normally you're able to drive through those. So we'll go right there, park it, and let's get a roamer up in here. We'll do the Fire Chief version. I don't think we need the real off-road one. Fire Chief should be fine. And then we'll try to sneak our way through these bushes. We gotta make sure we don't crash into them. And let's see if we can do anything interesting here. Oops, that's a big drop. Didn't realize it was so straight right there. I thought there was a little bit of a road there. Nope, we're gonna go flat. Which some people like. So I leave it in there. Not what I was going for, but hey, if that's what you like, there you go. And actually, it's not nearly as flat as I expected. You can still tell what everything is on that car. So hey, good thing I let it go because that was a good crash. Okay, don't want to go over there because that's how you get to grid map. Or what's left of grid map. Instead, we want to spin it around. I'll try going back down the road. I keep wanting to drive through those. I swear normally you can drive through that, and that's what's throwing me off. Like in the stock maps, when you see that bush, you don't have to worry about crashing into it. Alright, so we're going to have a couple of hard hits right here. It's not going to be as hard as the first one, although the way it hit did a ton of damage, and we still have a ton of momentum. So that one ended up being flat. Did not expect that, but okay. Let's do one more jump and then we'll do something else. We'll use a T75 long haul. No trailer though, because I don't know if we'd be able to control it with the trailer. Heck, I don't even know if we can control it without the trailer because of how little traction we get in some of these areas. But let's see, if we try to drive down this thing using the T-Series. Not happening, not happening, not happening. I tried to just slow down and all that happens is you fall into the hole. You just slide into the hole instead of slowing down like you'd expect. So you know what? I see a hill. We'll take advantage of the hill and just chuck it down and see if we can have anything interesting happening. We'll throw a little bit of slow-mo onto this one. Because T-Series are fun to look at with slow-mo, although there are trees everywhere so you can't really see anything. So never mind on the slow-mo. We'll just look at the outcome when we get to the ground. We have one wheel left. Can we lose the last wheel? Let's see. Nope, that wheel is... Nope, it is gone. I thought it was going to stay attached for a second, but it got ripped off. And right here, we just have a frame, basically. That's it. So bring this thing back up to the top. And let's go ahead and teleport to a different area of the map. Because once I got over here by the big hill, we had all these crazy, ridiculous hills that you actually need a pretty good car to drive on. But over here, you could use pretty much anything. All these are pretty easy roads. And if I wanted to, I could probably even use a Pigeon through a lot of this. So let's try that out just for fun. Go ahead and grab the 600 version of the Pigeon just so we get a little bit of power. But this is by no means an off-road vehicle. We'll see how long we can last. I mean, the thing I gotta worry about is probably tipping over on things like that. I can get real sketchy real fast, I would expect. Right here. Like a totally different area. So it has a good mix of roads that are pretty easy to drive up, and then it also has ones where you gotta do something crazy to get up that. Like that right there, that looked pretty steep, but I just made it up in a Pigeon. If I could make it up in a Pigeon, you can make it up in pretty much anything. Right here, again, pretty steep, but Pigeon is almost making it. I think if I had a manual transmission, I could have made that. The automatic just bogged it down just a little bit. And whoops. Okay, we're going this way, apparently. Fuel tank ruptured? Oh, well. I really don't care because I want to climb that hill using the Pigeon. At least give it another shot using a manual transmission because I think that'll make the difference. So we'll go to realistic shifting mode and slow it down. We are going recklessly fast for a Pigeon on a bumpy road. Just stick it into first gear and just hold it there. So this is the easy set of hills. Should be super easy to go through those. Yep, no problem there. And then for the slightly more difficult set, don't want to go too fast because we could fly over them. Come on, Pigeon. That was nice. Yeah, so that just shows you how easy the easier sections of this map are. Like, it looked hard, but the Pigeon made it without too much trouble. I mean, I think you really had to have that timing down to make sure you didn't go too fast or too slow through those bumps, but I managed to make it on the first try. I don't know if that's dumb luck or if it's skill or if it's actually easier than I expect. And I will never know because I'm not going to test it again because I'm driving on a different road now. And I'm getting lost on that. Okay, right here, this one I don't think the Pigeon would have been able to do. That looks steep, and we are going way too fast. I don't want to wreck the Pigeon right now. I want to do some serious off-roading with my Pigeon. Ooh. I'm surprised that front wheel didn't get damaged somehow. Wait, are we back to the steep area, though? Yes. I don't want to be in the steep area. It's too hard. Let's go back to the other area. Like, see, over here, everything starts to get steeper. Back into here and just go in circles where it's nice and easy. At least with the Pigeon. Let's try something else that's dumb for off-roading. We'll use a regular version of a Pessima. Not even the old Pessima, which is way cooler. The new, boring Pessima. Yeah, I could do that, no problem, too. Chilling as it goes through the hills. This one looks a little awkward, but it's, fine. Not good. It's just fine. That's not the road, was it? Oh, well. I mean, you could do off-roading where you don't drive on the road if you want to. Nothing stopping you there. And okay, that's too steep for this thing. This thing has really poor hill climb capability, so let's get out of there. And you know what? Since that's broken, let's just go ahead and end the video here. I feel like I've showed off the map as much as I wanted to. So until next time, this has been WhyBeAre. I'll see ya.